Okay, so to wrap your toilet paper tube with decorative paper or colored paper, you will need a ruler, a pencil, your scissors, your paper, some glue, and your tubes. So for the ruler, I'm going to start by measuring this tube to see how much paper I need. So I'm going to take the end of the tube and put it evenly with the end of the ruler here so that I can measure it. So I'm going to hold that part in place at the end of my ruler, and I can see it is 4.5 inches. It's on the big line between the 4 and the 5. So to cut my paper 4.5 inches, I'm going to find the 4.5 mark, and I'm going to, this is the line that I need, and I'm going to put that line even with the edge of the paper, and I'm going to mark one line here. I'm going to move it up to the middle. That's the 4.5 mark. Holding my ruler, I'm going to make another line. I'm going to move my ruler up a little bit more, find the 4.5 mark, it's even, and then once more on the end, 4.5. Okay, so now I have these lines. I'm going to take the side of my ruler and I'm going to put the ruler on these lines and draw, holding it in the middle and drawing a straight line to connect all of these lines. Okay, now I'm going to fold my paper in half because I need two, for one for each roll. So instead of measuring twice, I can just measure once and cut twice. So I'm going to fold my paper in half, matching up the edges, and then giving it a gentle crease. So now I'm going to hold the paper together and I'm going to cut along that straight line there. Slowly and carefully holding both papers together. Okay, now I have the two papers for my rolls, from each of my rolls. Now this paper is too long for my roll. It's gonna have extra. So I'm going to start, I'm gonna hold this paper on the edge of the tube and roll it until it overlaps, until some of this extra comes past this start point on here, like that. This is where the edge is, and then I just want it to overlap a little bit more. And when I see that it's enough, I can cut it straight, in a straight line, as straight as I can, like that. And so now it goes there. So to put it on my tube, either glue is fine if you have white glue or a glue stick. If you have white glue, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, not a whole lot, just a little bit. A little goes a long way. I don't want it to be too oozy. And I'm going to match it up. Match the edges of the paper to the edge of the toilet paper roll. And just rub that in place gently for a little bit. And now I'm going to just take a little bit more glue so that this part sticks to the roll. Just a little line like that. And a little bit on the end, close to the edge, to seal it up. Just like that. So now I'm going to carefully press down and roll my tube so that the paper sticks to it. Then when I get to the end, I want to just hold it in place for a little while, pressing it gently, holding it maybe about 10 seconds. And when the paper isn't puckly anymore, that's my paper covered roll. That's one. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. I'm going to take my paper, take the tube, put it to the end of the paper to measure, roll it until it overlaps. The overlap is about there. I'm going to gently cut a line as straight as I can. And this time I'm going to use the glue stick. So I'm going to swipe a little at the top, and then maybe one swipe there, one in the middle, and one on the edge, and then one on the edge this way to seal the very end of it. Now I'm going to take my tube, carefully put the edge of the tube with the edge of the paper. Once it's on there, I want to slowly, carefully pressing down, roll it, making sure that the paper's not puckly, giving it a gentle press all the way till it gets to the end. And hold the end, press it, make sure that it's down. So now I have two paper covered rolls.